Good morning. For those of you that don't like me wearing the my Castelli winter jersey, we switched it up today a little bit. Alright, I'm being real careful where I pull the camera out today because the temperature is currently -2.5 degrees. Even though it hasn't rained, there's a little bit of moisture on the road. So no doubt down these country roads there's going to be some untreated ice, like there. And I don't want to come down today. I'm still in my like rest/recovery period, so I'm just doing an hour today, steady hour. All I've had this morning is a black coffee. I haven't had my breakfast yet. During the season, this is a great way to speed up fat burning and lose a bit of weight. I'm not doing it for that reason this morning. I just woke up and saw it's not going to go above 0 for the whole of today. So I figured if I went out first thing, get it over and done with. Otherwise, I know what will happen. I'll just sit at home, wait for it to warm up a little bit. It won't warm up, and then I'll end up just not riding. But having said that, now I'm out, amazingly, I'm not cold at all. Keeping to a fairly main road route today because there is quite a lot of ice around, quite a lot of untreated roads. So, you know, I'm being smart, I'm being responsible.
Positively energized.
One hour later, just arriving back into the village, managed to stay upright. I'm gonna go home now and get some food because I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry. Plus, it's so cold I can't even talk properly. So a few of you, maybe one or two, are thinking, why didn't you just go on Zwift this morning if it's so cold outside and you're only doing an hour? And you know, as much as I love Zwift, it's a great tool, it's a great training tool, but that's exactly what it is for me. It's a training tool. At heart, I'm a bike rider. I love going out on my bike, and when I can physically do so, I will always choose going out on the bike rather than training indoors. Had it been raining this morning and it was as cold as it was, I probably would have trained inside. But when it's dry, there's not really any ice around, you can wrap up warm and get out on the bike, and that's exactly what I did. Anyway, I've had my breakfast. The dogs have not had theirs because we are out of dog food. First job of this morning is going to the shop and getting Sam and Lexi some more dog food because they will be hungry.
Yeah, working sundown to sunrise, working so hard I can't hear him say it's lunchtime. No vet is the boy who they calling on and crunch.
Okay, so I haven't washed my car in quite a while. Well, I say quite a while. You'll probably just laugh at this. I haven't washed my car in about a week, and it is. And it's filthy. I've got some free time now, so I'm going to give it all a good wash. Get all of these marks off from the dog's paws. Anyway, it's still freezing cold outside. No doubt I'm going to get absolutely freezing washing this car right now. So I'm just going to crack on.
Hold up, ride into the rhythm of music, I feel the vibe, yeah. Look into the future and hope that it come alive, yeah. Wish it never did me no justice, I'd rather grind.
Alright, and look how clean it is now. All I need to do now is wax it, but I'm going to wait for it to dry completely before I do that. You can almost see yourself in the wheels. A clean car makes me happy. Car's washed. Where's my wallet? When I find my wallet, I'm going to go grab a quick coffee, then come home and talk about a couple of questions that you guys asked in the comments of yesterday's video and kind of do like a little impromptu Q&A. But first, I need to find my wallet. Alright, so yesterday I said in the vlog, because at the minute I'm not doing a lot of training, I'm kind of taking it easy this week, I'm having more of a rest week. I said that I would sit down and talk about some of the things you guys put in the comment section and perhaps talk about a few different questions. Video idea, you should talk to a nutritionist. If you want me to do an interview styled video with a nutritionist, leave a like on this video. Do you feel any benefit from your gym work yet, or is it too soon? Great question, actually. This is like, as I've talked about in the vlog a couple of times, this is the first year that I've done any work in the gym. I've kind of gone to the gym a couple of times and done a few squat sessions or something, but nothing of any real structure and no real like continued plans throughout the winter. So this is the first year, and so far yet, you know, 100% honestly speaking, I can't feel any difference, but I figure that's because training at the minute is fairly low intensity. I've also not been going to the gym very long, maybe 4 or 5 weeks, and for muscle atrophy to take place, it takes, you know, 4 to 6 weeks at least before you start to notice any real gains from the gym. But that's a great question, and one I'll definitely come back to and give an update in a couple of months time, you know, post New Year, once I finish my gym routine and I'm back focusing 100% on the bike. It will be interesting to see how, you know, what differences and how my on the bike performance is affected through that gym work. Now there's quite a lot of questions of people asking me, can I go through the gym, my gym routine, what I do when I go to the gym? And what I would say is, when you go to the gym, like, as long as you're sort of regularly going and spending, you know, 45 minutes to an hour and a half in the gym, as long as you're doing work in the gym, it doesn't really 100% matter about the specificity specific, I can't even say that word. You know the word I'm trying to say. And therefore I have no real program when I go to the gym. But what I mainly work on is my legs, my core stability, and my lower back, or the collective, the trunk. So when I'm in the gym, I focus on any imbalances that I may have. I do a lot of one-legged stuff, so one-legged squats, a couple of different variations of deadlift, front squats, back squats, lunges, kettlebell swings, box jumps. Then once I finish my leg and back session, then I'll go into the core room and do some core, just generic core exercises, you know, your planks, Russian twist with a weight, a couple of variations of crunches, and finally some exercises with the Swiss gym ball. I feel like often people try and do some like crazy exercises in the gym, or some crazy variation, because, you know, apparently it works for cyclists better. And what I would say about this is, like, the gym work is sort of like a small side of the overall training, the overall cycling training, and it's only a very, very small contributing factor. And doing something a little bit unorthodox, unheard of, probably isn't going to make you improve any more than a generic program would do. Less US inner city thug music. Everyone just uses the same type of music on YouTube. I'm trying to switch it up a little bit. A typical day of eating with cycling cam. I think I'll stay away from nutrition. On YouTube, it's kind of a clouded area. Film your FTP test. Oh, do I have to? What do you do for work, Cam? 90% of what I do at, like, currently in this time is this, and everything that comes with this. What layering do you use on cold days? I'm guessing they mean like what kit I wear. I was out this morning in -4 degrees. I had a standard pair of winter socks, my shoes and overshoes on. I then had a standard pair of shorts and some Castelli leg warmers, a long sleeve merino base layer, and a Castelli thermal jersey over the top, a pair of thick winter gloves, a neck scarf, a Rafa hat with ear covers, and my helmet. And that's it. Today there was no rain, no wind, so it was just that temperature that I had to deal with. Cam, what bike will you be riding next year? I've mentioned this a few times now. We're going to be riding Colnago C60s with Campeg. Are you still using your brother's gym membership card at the gym? No. Would love to hear about the race season that you've got planned ahead. For example, what races will your team be and you be targeting? Okay, so I'm not going to quite get into like the race calendar just yet. Purely because like, even the team doesn't really know yet what the full program is. There's going to be more on that like after the new year when I'm away on the training camp in Spain. We can get more into like the race calendar and what certain guys are going to be targeting that year, because different races suit different riders in the team. So different guys are going to be wanting to target different and specific races. So yeah, just hang fire and hold that thought. Now the final question is, what was the hardest race / training you've ever had? Where did you suffer the most and where were the worst conditions? That's a great question, and I'm not going to answer that question today. I'm going to save that one for tomorrow and explain the whole story. But guys, thanks for watching today's video. It makes a nice change just sitting down and talking about a few different subjects. But that's it from me, and as always, I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Positively energized, the new supreme why, 'cause visionaries we love style.